So recently, Facebook released their latest earnings, and immediately after that, the stock lost almost 25% of its value, effectively bringing the price back to 2016 levels. Sibei jialat oh. In fact, it's so bad until Jim Cramer got super emotional for recommending Facebook to his viewers. All of us know that the biggest reason for this crash was because many investors lost confidence in Facebook's Metaverse and are running for the exit. They'll be like, "Siao ah!" Now, the question is, with Facebook being so cheap right now, is it a buy or will it fall some more? Maybe? So, in this video, I will answer that. But before I start, I would greatly appreciate it if you can help to tap the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. In return, I will show you cute otters swimming around. Alright, let's start right now. Okay, to understand why Facebook crashed so hard, we will first need to check out their earnings result. First up, their revenue has gone down by 4% compared to last year. At the same time, their costs and expenses shot up by 19% to almost $22.1 billion. Here, you can see that their net income, or in other words, their total revenue minus of total expenses, has been trending downwards over the past few quarters. What this tells us is that Facebook is slowly losing profitability over time. But why are they losing so much money? If you check the expenses, previously, they were just spending around 19 to 22% of their revenue on research and development. But since 2022, the percentage spent on R&D has jumped up to 28%, 30%, and now 33%. Here, the operating income is split to two parts. The first part is family of apps, which is their core business like Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. What you will notice is that their operating income has been declining since 2022. Part of it was due to their R&D to improve their AI algorithm. Then, the second part is Reality Labs, which is their Metaverse stuff. And here is where it gets concerning, because while family of apps operating income has gone down, ultimately, they are still earning money. But for Reality Labs, the losses have gone from $2 billion to $3 billion to $3.6 billion now. As explained earlier, it's because they are spending tons of money on R&D. But it doesn't just stop there, because while the losses are big, Facebook be like, it's the biggest loss so far. They've anticipated that Reality Labs' operating loss in 2023 will grow significantly, which actually isn't surprising, because just last year, Mark Zuckerberg has already told us that he will spend billions of dollars on Metaverse. And he specifically said that this is not an investment that is going to be profitable for us anytime in the near future. But still, when the earnings result came out, everyone had that shocked Pikachu face and started dumping the stock. So that's what's going on with Facebook. Now, the question is, does Facebook have a future? To answer that, I will first focus on Facebook's core business, advertising. Here, you can see that advertising revenue has gone up since 2020, though it has started coming down a little since 2022. But that is normal. Advertising revenue has gone down for most companies this year, like Google and Microsoft. Heck, even my YouTube ad revenue has gone down since the start of this year. In the short term, with the recession coming soon, I would expect ad revenues to further decline as companies cut back on advertising. Next, Facebook family daily active users is still growing slow and steady from PP. So, no worries there. But there are two things to be concerned about. One, even though Facebook has the largest market share right now, TikTok is growing super fast. And two, studies have found that there are less and less teenagers using Facebook, with more using TikTok in the future. And Facebook knows this. That's why they are changing direction to go into the Metaverse. Quick pause, we are now in November, and you know what that means? Even more sign-up bonus from Weibo. Weibo has further increased their sign-up bonus to $150 cash voucher. All you need to do is deposit at least 2,000 SGD into Weibo, buy a US stock or an US ETF with a minimum transaction of at least $100. Then buy one option on the US market while maintaining a 2,000 SGD net account value for that 30 days, and you will receive all your free rewards. So if you are interested, you can sign up with my link down below. with that being said, let's get back to the video. Which brings us to the next question. Does Facebook's Metaverse even have a future? Well, it depends on who you ask. If you ask Mark Zuckerberg, he's going to tell you that the Metaverse is going to be the successor of the mobile internet. But as you can see from the stock price, it's obvious that most people don't believe in the Metaverse dream. They'll be like, "Aiyah, spend billions of dollars to come up with this creepy looking avatar and they don't have legs. Nobody will want to use this one lah." However, here's where many other institutions feel differently. Google have invested $39.5 million into a Metaverse fund. Microsoft spent $70 billion to buy Activision Blizzard, which will help to build the Metaverse. Nvidia is developing their Omniverse tool. Roblox has 10 million users building on their platform. Epic Games just raised $1 billion to invest into the Metaverse. South Korea's Seoul is investing $34 million to build their Metaverse. And back in Singapore, DBS has just partnered with Sandbox to enter the Metaverse. Ho se bo. So obviously, there's a lot of development going on in the Metaverse. Either that or these guys don't know what they are doing. But for Facebook specifically, what's their vision for the Metaverse? Is it just to let people play games or have meetings in there? Or while using their avatars without legs? Actually, it's a lot more than that, yeah? In Facebook's Meta Connect in October, they announced a lot of updates to the Metaverse. First, there's the new Quest Pro headset, which costs $1,500. It lets you overlay VR stuff in the real world. Another neat feature is that the VR headset will let you project your monitor screen into the VR world. So in future, you'll be able to work on widescreen monitors with just your VR headset. Then of course, there's the virtual meeting rooms, which lets you do video conferencing in VR. Now, even though there are no legs yet, they are actively working on the feature which lets you scan your face to create an avatar that looks like you. For working, they have partnered with Microsoft to bring workplace tools to VR, which means that soon you'll be able to use Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and others in the Metaverse. They also partnered with Accenture to build a Meta Quest for business. So that's where Facebook has poured their billions of dollars in, and I would say it's actually looking quite good. But the question still remains, is there even demand for the Metaverse? Yes, there is. But like all new things, the demand is low for now. According to a survey, people want to use Metaverse for virtual workspaces, visit art exhibitions, go for concerts, education, dating, gaming, and of course, adult entertainment. But the biggest benefit of the Metaverse is to allow you to do things that you normally can't do. For example, overcoming obstacles like disabilities that prevent us from doing something in real life, enhance our creativity, travel around the world via VR, increase technological literacy, and so on. So yes, there's real demand for the Metaverse. Okay, here are my thoughts. While Facebook is losing billions of dollars developing for the Metaverse, Facebook is forced to do so. Because like it or not, the business is saturating and may even start slowing down soon. On top of that, they are at the mercy of other platforms like Apple and Google who can block their ads whenever they want to. Add to the fact that competitors like TikTok will steal their market share. It's no wonder that Facebook is forced to invest so aggressively into the Metaverse, because if they do not do that, they will die a slow death. Right now, they still have $14 billion in cash. All along, they don't have any long-term debts. But in August, they went and raised $10 billion to do stuff like capital expenditures, share buybacks, acquisitions, or investments. So overall, their balance sheet is still quite healthy. Personally, I believe that Facebook's Metaverse will stand a good chance of succeeding. When they pour so much money into something, they should be able to deliver something right? Even though Mark Zuckerberg looks like a robot, I don't believe that he's stupid, yeah. He was once the top 10 richest guy on earth. And the only way you can reach there is you are smart and ambitious enough. However, I feel that right now, the VR technology isn't there yet. Like, I can't imagine someone would want to wear that super big VR headset all day long. And there's nothing that will make me want to use the VR headset yet. While I do think that there's demand for VR, the technology will first need 2 to 5 years to mature. And when it matures, Facebook investment would play off, assuming they haven't given up, of course. As for the stock, I feel that while it can go down more, it can easily go back up, given how cheap it is right now. But we will just wait and see, yeah? Anyway, that's all for this video. But what are your thoughts on Facebook's Metaverse? Do you think that they will succeed or not? Do comment down below and let me know. Like, share and subscribe, as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.